like it's gonna be another Harlem storm.
Harlem, yeah. Said you did it, but have you ever lived it? Say you could take a punch, but can you give it? Can you see shit and mind your business? Bullets flying, oh, that's how you living? See shit without snitching? Forget what you seen like old pictures? Can you take pain and not yell? Get your own shit in your own scale?
It looks like it's gonna be another Harlem storm.
Yo, it's Harlem Storm again. It ain't all good, and it damn sure ain't all easy. Growing up in Harlem, the other side of Harlem is El Barrio. And El Barrio is considered Spanish Harlem. The East River houses, I think it runs from about 101st Street to maybe like 107th, 108th Street on 1st Avenue in Manhattan. I used to hang out there. It was one of the roughest and the toughest projects on the east side of Harlem. Everybody that I knew that lived in the East River houses, I went to junior high school with, which was about 2 blocks away. So we always wound up there hanging out, you know. The boys were very fast. The girls were fast too. But when I say fast, I mean like, you know, at the age of, let's say, 13, 14, maybe even 11, 12, they was already taking pills, you know, selling pills, playing hooky, you know. But it wasn't just not going to school and stuff like that. It was like the lifestyle that we were trying to model ourselves after, because in those days, all the big heroin dealers and dope dealers and pimps, they were at their prime. Okay, when Alpo was coming along, you know, we're in the same age group, you know, baby boomers. So I saw a video by the Game Spitter, and I'm a big fan of his. You know, shout out to the Game Spitter. Salute, soldier. He said what Alpo basically did wrong. He was right. You know, Alpo wasn't prepared in terms of the truck, you know, with bulletproof, a vest and all that too. But basically, I think what got him too, other than just plain old fashioned karma, you know, killing people and, you know, it coming back up, you know, to haunt you, is the fact that he was greedy. He was greedy. Okay, greedy and arrogance will get you in trouble every single time. Everybody that I did time with in prison, including me at that time, greed was the bottom line for it. Okay, not that you thought you were so smart. It was just greed, flat out greed. You know, hey, they making it over there. Why can't I make it over here? That kind of thing. So after he did his little bit of time and allegedly snitched or whatever, you know, I don't even want to get into all that. You know, Harlem is a funny place. Harlem used to be ultra conservative, you know, big working class. And when I say ultra conservative, I mean like, you know, they were like, just go to work for the post office, work for the Board of Education, you know, just keep it moving, but, you know, keep your head down, keep your nose clean, that kind of thing. And just, you know, work until you drop. They weren't really advocating be independent, start your own business, you know, that kind of stuff. That kind of philosophy wasn't there. It was just the go along, get along kind of thing. You know what I mean? Work for the man and, you know, maybe you might get the gold watch, maybe you might not, okay? But keep your nose clean and hope you get a pension, okay? With my generation, it was more like, hey, If you can get it and you can beat the system, great. Okay. The Apollo was one of the main areas where a lot of the pimps and players got to show off their cars and got to show off their attitude, their hoes, how much they had, their flashlights, as we used to call them, dripping. Okay. And Alpo was one of them. Okay. But the thing is, you can't do and have the kind of life that he had and then come out and want to be a social media star. Yes, they did the movie about him, all well and good. That was entertainment. That was in that particular department of entertainment. Okay. They took true life facts and put it in a surreal situation of entertainment. Okay. But he came out and wanted to relive and recapture his youth as a dope dealer, tossing baggies out the window with street denomination dimes and nickels and quarters and stuff like that. I mean, like, huh? For real? He wasn't up on it. He was behind the times, like GameSpitter implied. He could have, built on the whole paid in full thing, stayed in the entertainment industry, actually stepped into it rather, because they used actors. They didn't use him. So basically, he should have tried to get into the Screen Actors Guild. All you have to do is 5 major motion pictures, to get your SAG card, film and television. I got my SAG card, and he could have made a lot more money, and he wouldn't have to throw baggies out the window of his car. He probably wouldn't have gotten killed, I like to think, okay? Because let me tell you about the streets of Harlem, okay? Born and raised there, they like what you do, they may admire what you do, but they don't respect you, okay? They don't respect you. Now, they could have admired the movie. They could have admired him because he had cars and all these different material things. But at the end of the day, it was kind of obvious they didn't respect him. So which would you rather have? Envy? You're always going to have haters. People, yeah, that's human nature. Okay? But would you really rather have envy rather than respect? I'd rather have respect. And I think where Alpo made his mistake was the fact that he was greedy, he was arrogant, because I always try to put myself in somebody else's shoes. And if every time I saw somebody, flashing or speaking about their lifestyle, knowing that maybe one of my loved ones was taken away that way, that would leave a real bitter taste in my mouth. You know what I mean? Every time I saw that person and they were either capitalizing on it or speaking on it, I think I agree with the GameSpitter that he should have, stepped up his game and expounded on the talents that he could have possibly, exhibited in the entertainment field, rather than try to go back, quote, to the streets. Because I'll tell you in a minute, the game's been sold. Okay, the game that we used to play has been sold. Okay, the drugs aren't the same. In the old days they weren't poison. Now it's straight poison. Okay, fentanyl mixed in with everything, with pills, with coke, with dog food, with heroin, however you want to put it, okay? So the game, it's not the same. And here he was trying to get back into the saddle, and ride the same horse that he rode when he was a kid. When you'd see him on the motorcycles and the cars and all that, yeah, envy for sure. But do you really respect somebody like that? Do you really respect somebody that's going to have the lifestyle that he had? I'd rather have respect than envy. And I don't give a damn about haters, because that's life. You feel me? So this is Harlem Storm once again. Again, shout out to the Game Spitter. All right. Hit those likes and subscribe. It ain't all good, and it damn sure ain't all easy. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.